Coming up next on the 10 o'clock news, a manhunt for a suspected double murderer is going on in the Santa Cruz Mountains at this hour. We'll have a live report.
People in Israel are celebrating tonight. They've elected a new prime minister. What does it mean to the Middle East peace process?
What made the stock market fall today could do the same thing tomorrow, and it's making investors nervous. We'll have details.
And what happens when you don't like any of your political choices? Now there's a new push to allow you to vote. None of the above.
The 10 o'clock news is next.
Clothes don't fit.
Clothes never fit anybody.
Can't find the right size pants most of the time.
Imagine getting a perfect fit without searching the racks.
I would love that.
This scanner could be the answer.
Perfect idea.
KTVU's John Fowler shows you why shopping may never be the same. Fit for the future. Next on the original 10 o'clock news.
A man suspected of killing 2 people is the object of an intense manhunt tonight in the Santa Cruz Mountains. A live report is coming up.
Friends of a young Bay Area woman post flyers alerting the public that she has been missing now for 3 days.
Parents and students crowd a school board meeting in Fremont. A budget crisis there could force the closure of 10 schools.
And tomorrow is Bike to Work Day. Will Bay Area residents park their cars at home and pursue pedal power instead? Those stories, all the news on this Monday night, May 17th, 1999.
And now, the award-winning 10 o'clock news on Channel 2, the #1 primetime newscast in the country.
Good evening, I'm Leslie Griffith.
And I'm Dennis Richmond. A manhunt is underway in the Santa Cruz Mountains tonight for an ex-convict suspected of killing 2 people in a Los Gatos home. Authorities say the suspect is a sex offender on parole from San Quentin Prison. Robert Handa is at the police command post along Highway 17 with late details. Robert?
Well, Dennis, we're here in the Santa Cruz Mountains where search teams, even as we're speaking, are still looking for the suspect who slipped away from officers earlier this afternoon. Now, law enforcement agencies have been swarming the area here near Summit Road off Highway 17 today for nearly 9 hours. Now, police say 41-year-old Larry LaVell of Campbell killed his ex-wife, Suzanne Snyder, and her friend, Howard Biederman, yesterday afternoon, stabbing them to death with a kitchen knife.
Ms. Snyder called 911 and advised our dispatchers that her ex-husband was in the house and that he wouldn't leave. Our dispatchers overheard through the phone line a scuffle and heard her say repeatedly, "No, no, no," several times.
Police arrived at the home on Hicks Road in Los Gatos just 8 minutes later, but said it was too late. The suspect had fled. Susan Snyder died on the way to the hospital. Howard Biederman was dead at the scene.
He probably didn't even know what was going on with her ex or anything. He just was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it's very sad.
A Bay Area-wide alert went out on LaVell, a convicted sex offender who was described as armed and dangerous. The alert led to the search in the mountains by numerous SWAT teams and search crews. LaVell's car was found at the Redwood Estates store in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and a clerk there says he did buy food and supplies. LaVell has been described as a survivalist, and that made search teams move cautiously, inspecting every car as it left the area. This resident says she found herself in his path.
And he just kind of spun around in front of my car, and as I looked up the road, I could see an officer with her gun drawn, and he just kept going.
What could you tell about his demeanor or what he was doing?
He was crazed. He looked like he just didn't know where to go, you know, what to do or where to go.
Where did you see him go last?
Running down the road.
SWAT teams and search crews continued to comb the brush for hours, but late tonight, officers say that one glimpse was all they'd seen of LaVell.
All he told the deputy was, "I'm the man you're looking for, I'm Larry LaVell."
Any reason why she didn't shoot?
It's an area where we leave to the officer's discretion. There are no hard and fast lines towards engaging a suspect with firearms.
Well, since that one sighting, officials here acknowledge they have not seen LaVell, so authorities still want the public to be on alert. They had planned to keep the 10-square-mile perimeter maintained through the night, but just a few minutes ago I talked to Luther Pugh of the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Department, and he says they will wrap up the search for tonight. So there will be some key points along Highway 17 and along the Summit Road, but right now the search crews are calling it off. Dennis, Leslie.
Robert Handa, thank you.
Another type of search is underway in San Francisco tonight. This one is for a missing 24-year-old woman.